I got a 2005 Dodge Dakota in the shop today with a pretty nasty problem. In highway speeds around 50 to 60 miles an hour, you hit the brakes and the whole truck shakes. And I mean the entire truck. The strange part, the front brakes have been replaced twice. It's got new pads, new calipers, new rotors, new hubs, and the entire front suspension was redone by the previous owner. So if it's not front brakes, what's causing it? Let's talk about it. So when you're driving the truck, as soon as you hit the brake at highway speeds, the whole truck just shakes violently. And there's no major brake pedal pulsation, and there's not really any steering wheel shake. The entire truck shakes like it's trying to vibrate itself into another zip code. Naturally, the front brakes were the first suspect. We checked the wheel bearings, checked suspension components, rotated the tires from front to rear, no change. Which means we're looking elsewhere. When a vehicle shakes under braking, everybody immediately screams, warped rotors. But that's not always the case. Rear brakes can create some really strange symptoms, especially drum brakes. If the drums are out of round, the shoes are grabbing unevenly, or the hardware is damaged. It can shake the entire vehicle. So remove the wheel, we remove the drum, check the condition of the hardware, look at the shoe thickness, look for heat spots. I don't know if you can see that, but it's got hot spots, hazing. You can see from these shoes where they're not wearing evenly. They're all rough down here and slick up here. You can see much of the same on this side. Inspect that hardware. Of course, we're gonna replace all this anyway. There is a bunch of gunk in there. Surprisingly, the hardware don't look as bad as I thought. And people wonder why I use multiple cans of brake parts cleaning around a brake job. If you're not familiar with the drum brakes on your vehicle, I suggest you take a picture before you get started so you can compare notes. Ta-da! Now we're gonna need to clean this up real good. And I am seeing some signs of leakage from those wheel cylinders, so now's a good time to replace them. Throw a little rust prevention on there. You can see the new versus old. Not a huge difference in pad thickness, but there wouldn't be if you got an out of round drum. But you can see where it's been unevenly wearing. And again on the backside, new versus old. So new shoes, new hardware, new drums. And like that, we're back assembled. As you can see, drum brakes are not as simple as disc brakes. The job takes a lot longer, therefore bills out for more money. And not everybody knows how to do this. Even people who claim they know how to do brakes find themselves searching YouTube when it comes time to do one of these. I also clean off this hub face before I put on the new drum. Make sure it sits all the way down, that there's not rust or something holding it out, making it sit cockeyed, cause uneven shoe wear. Okay, and since I changed out the wheel cylinder, we're gonna need to bleed out the cylinder. And you can do a gravity bleed on that, but I'm gonna speed up the process. Anytime you do a brake bleed, make sure you don't let that reservoir run empty. Now, if you got a second person, you can do the pump, press, hold deal, but the pneumatic bleeder makes it a little bit faster. And before you put the drum on, you're gonna need to adjust the little star wheel. Put it on, check for any kind of resistance, and then adjust accordingly. You should have slight resistance on the drum. It shouldn't be too loose, and it shouldn't be too hard to move. You want just a light drag, and you gotta do that with the adjuster wheel. Now you can do this with the drum on from the back side, but on this truck it's kind of hard to get to, so I recommend just doing it from the front while you got the drum off. Put it on, take it off, adjust it, rinse and repeat until you get it just right. I've already done that with this one, so I'm gonna save you that agony. Slight resistance, that's what you want. There's also the old school method of adjusting these, which is to back up and just keep hitting the brake. Hit the brake, let go, hit the brake, let go, hit the brake, let go. Technically, every time you do that, it's supposed to be adjusting that wheel for you. Personally, I find the manual method a little bit easier to do. That way you can get it set right from the beginning. And just like that, we're ready for the wheel to go back on. Take it for a test drive, see how we did. And now for the moment of truth. Just like that, smooth like butter. Good as new, no more violent shaking. If you've got a vehicle shaking under braking, don't automatically assume it's the front rotors. Sometimes the problem's hiding in the rear all along. If this video helped you out, hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.